a subliminal, pursue what particular. What you wish you are is what we are. Kila mara kushock the culture, jadisha how deep you are, how sick you are.
Niaje sana kwa sana album reviews. Karibu sana kwa another album review. Shukran sana kwa kuwa hapa. Kama ni mara yako ya kwanza, karibu to the channel. Kuna this and many more videos unaweza check out. Kama wewe ni a returning subscriber ama viewer, kama kawaida, asante sana for your support, and if you're watching this siku ina premiere hata zaidi nakupa shukrani. Leo ni day 16 of the music writer exercise aka MWE, iliyoanzishwa na an American music critic anaitwa Gary Suarez back in 2015. The idea ni kila siku February sikiza an album hujawahi sikiza before, alafu andika a tweet about it. Nimeifanya since 2019, huu ni mwaka wangu wa 4 kuifanya. Kisha last year, apart from hizo tweets naandika after kusikiza albums, nilianza kufanya first listen reviews of the projects that I listen to. Kenyan projects peke yake. Huu mwaka 2022 nimeendelea na the same idea. Leo ni day 16 of doing it, 16th of February 2022, saini 5:34 am. Kisha hizi videos nazi drop on the corresponding days in March. So kama this is your first one watching kwa hii series, tafadhali ningependa sana kukuona kwa any other video ya huu mwaka ama last year. Feel free to check out the playlist, uone what you're into. I'm sure nimecover something unaweza kuwa interested in. But as the video title inasema, tuna get into an album review of Andromeda Music's _ The Architect, iliyotolewa back in 2016 October. Tukifanya hizi reviews, our criteria huwa na aspects tatu: production na musicality, concept na idea, na the content and themes of a project. Andromeda Music ni a Kenyan studio na recording label that has been covering na highlighting the best of Kenyan rock na Kenyan metal. Unaweza wa check out on Bandcamp, on YouTube, SoundCloud, usikize kazi wamekuwa kifanya. Over the years they've done a lot of groundwork ikija kwa the Kenyan rock na metal scene. Therefore that's the album here. That same idea coming out kwa this compilation album that features some of the best Kenyan rock na Kenyan metal has to offer. The idea ya _ The Architect, according to my interpretation, ni building upon what Andromeda Music iko founded on. Concept ya kuhighlight Wakenya wenye wana put rock na metal on the scene na on the map, and therefore featuring them is one thing, na kuweka kwa this project as a compilation with their different textures, different sonic approaches, different styles za mziki. Apart from that, sasa kuna hii aspect pia ya Andromeda Music, in my view, being the architect here na au kukuwa impactful na an integral part ya the Kenyan rock na metal scene, as I've stated, and therefore underscoring that idea, underscoring what Andromeda is about. Juu sijapata any specific ideas that tell us of a fictional or a character who is the architect and doing the same. So nimeangalia the title as a means ya center Andromeda Music as a recording studio na record label yenye imekuwa iki-highlight Kenyan rock for very many years now. Apart from that, the other angle ni these Kenyan rock musicians wenye ni the architect na the basis na the foundation ya rock ikija kwa the Kenyan scene. How pia kukuwa centered kwa the album na Andromeda Music ku underscore their work out as being foundational pieces za the Kenyan rock scene. Therefore tunapata different themes throughout the album and soundscapes that highlight what the different features are all about kwa mziki yao. So different themes, different sounds, different styles, different playing techniques, all of these aspects za mziki that are diverse na faithful to the acts which amekuwa featured zina come out. And thematically, a number of the the songs zina touch on love, desire na yearning based on romantic relationships, such as Quicksand featuring Saidimo Dub Slim that opens the album, and songs such as Beautiful by A Truth Once Known, Remember Me by Rish, Sting Like a Butterfly featuring Sam Kiranga wa Koinange Street Avengers. Then kuna political themes, whether unaangalia from what you understand from the term political ama venye nasemanga the personal is political, juu kuna themes za suffering na affliction as captured by End the Scourge featuring Sam wa Rush Band, or songs that touch upon the human condition, existence, identity na self-belief, themes za confidence and an individual's position kwa society na the universe, vitu kama Your Eyes featuring Dan Murira that closes the album, Dan wa Parking Lot Grass, There Will Be No Tomorrow, purely instrumentation by Skygrave's Twilight, Rise of Resistance featuring David wa Last Year's Tragedy, ako featured again kwa A Great Escape, yeye na Sam Warui wa Rush Band. The song between hizi ngoma that David yuko wa Last Year's Tragedy ni In Your Wake featuring Dan Juma wa a Nigerian band called One Last Autograph, and a song that also touches on what nimesema ni Hello Goodbye, yeah, the Claymore Project, a triumphant moment kwa hii album and a celebratory mood. Hiyo toni ya mapenzi, toni ya yearning na mtu kuachwa ndio tunasikia kwa Quicksand as it opens with the guitars that lure you into the song, then the heavy riffs na drums that follow later. But hiyo idea ya desire unaifeel kwa ingoma as Saidimu analament ameachwa na ana desire na ana miss huyu mtu and they want them back. Aspects za how ana deliver uimbaji wake, aspects za the instrumentation zina match hiyo hisia ako nayo. We follow this na Echoes of Andromeda featuring Rish, and this also ina fit kwa the songs that nilikuwa na mention earlier, kama ni kuhusu self-worth, self-belief, position yako kwa society and how you view yourself, because of hiyo idea ya kusema you cannot bring me down, huwezi ni put down na jitambua. And you even have a segment towards the end where the instrumentation builds to a crescendo, as well as Rish aki-emphasize your message you can't put me down in a powerful manner. Na the tempo of the song was fast na energetic, na delivery ya Rish ili match. I found that to be an intriguing way ya bringing in Andromeda Music, the label, na bringing in hizo ideas za kukuwa big na insurmountable as the Andromeda galaxy as we know it, ama as exists outside of our knowledge of it. Then we mention End the Scourge, capturing your feeling, your affliction with these heavy distorted riffs, vocal performance ya Sam wonderful kwa the song manages to translate your feeling, and all of these vocalists, their vocal performances on these songs deliver the feelings that come from kile wanaimba about, alafu zina match the instrumentation na their distinct styles, their distinct identities still manage to stand out kwa this compilation album. That was a plus. Beautiful, yeah, Truth Once Known, a different energy up until this point. Yeah, the album, the vocal delivery is more drawn out, kuna emphasis on elongated syllables, and then kuna moments where that changes kidogo, but the delivery na the tonality of the song a bit different from what we have, something that neza taja. The album ina manage kukuwa na this menacing, hard, aggressive, energetic, vibrant metal pieces and songs, alafu kuna some smoother, laid back, soft rock pieces pia, and songs that are mellower na zime toned down, and that dichotomy ina come out beautifully. Wame manage to deliver through the album, lakini these metal songs are more than the ones that are laid back. Hata the guitars were beautiful, ziko na different feeling. We move to Remember Me that nime mention. Ukiangalia hiyo theme ya breakup, theme ya watu kukuwa na conflict na mtu kumove on na kuliza kaa na kukumbuka. Another appearance from Rish, who also appears once again kwa In Your Wake that has Nigeria's Danjuma. But kwa Remember Me, Rish ako more sentimental, and towards the end ile technically tumia kwa Echoes of Andromeda where kuna the last segment of the song, key arrangement, now tunasikia drums being the center, alafu ni vocal yake asking do you remember me, do you remember me. Kwa Echoes of Andromeda the instrumentation got higher, but your technique ya insist that you won't bring me down, you won't bring me down. Then Hello Goodbye at the Claymore project comes in and it switches the mood. Now it's more triumphant, and it seems ukiangalia the album ni kama regardless of this being a compilation, they were driving towards a certain narrative, hata kama the songs are not connecting completely thematically, but kuna some way unaweza tell ni kama kuna particular strand walikuwa wanatumia kuarrange na kusequence the album. So this song Hello Goodbye, more triumphant, the vocals, kuna segment where the instrumentation is just having them chant, the vocalization ilinikumbusha Fun. After that Sting Like a Butterfly ya Sam Kiranga, wako United Street Avengers takes us to your idea again ya relationships na yearning and desire. Then now we get to a segment of the album, a run kwa hii album, songs that come back to back, hakuna space ya kubreathe. Kitu wamefanya through this album because hawakupatii chance ya kupumua na kurelax. Apart from those instances that nimemention, the album manages to be vibrant throughout, but this specific run takes it to another notch. When you think experience everything possible that hii album inaweza kupatia, ndio umeanza tu, na it goes from song to another, song to another. A Great Escape yenye kona David wa Last Year's Tragedy na Sam wa Rush. Oh my the arrangement in that song, the vocal delivery of that metal song, they slap you in your face, and it's menacing, it's engrossing from start till the end. Then you are curious kusikia how Sam ataperform after performance ya David with his shrieking vocals, a technique that comes in for the other metal songs that nimemention and that usher in this segment ya the album. In Your Wake, Danjuma does the same, alafu Rise of Resistance, once again David, Last Year's Tragedy. Then Your Eyes ya Dan Murira from Parking Lot Grass. So unangoja kusikia Sam vile ataperform. When he comes in, wana play around na the melodies na the arrangements, and kuna a switch that we hear, and Sam manages to be Sam, identity yake inabaki intact, and how ana manage ku contrast performance ya David lakini bado wako in unison. Then David akirudi, we go back to the hardcore, the aggressive, the menacing metal segment na shrieking delivery. You think you've experienced it all, hujasikia Danjuma kwa In Your Wake. Vile nimesema, besides their vocal performances being distinct, David kisha Dan Murira mwenye alifanya unexpectedly kwa the last song, alafu Danjuma, their performances, their deliveries fit so well na texture ya metal. Danjuma anatupatia another standout vocal performance kwa hii album, one amongst many. Then unangoja kusikia how will Rish fit this soundscape ya metal. As Rish comes in, ile technique imetumika kwa the previous song, the same thing happens. A melody switch, a switch in the arrangement and the instrumentation, then Rish ana manage kukua Rish, alafu wana contrast lakini bado wako in unison na wana combine beautifully. Then kwa Rise of Resistance, David anapia tena, this time as the song opens, kuna somewhat this laid back melodic guitars, lakini you can tell that something big and kuna a shift that is on the way, na that is exactly what happens. That same thing inafanyika kwa the following song, There Will Be No Tomorrow. Ukisikia ikianza, that clear melodic guitar, accompanying that ni a distorted guitar line, and the way ina play based on the tempo na the feeling and the suspense, similar to what has happened for the songs that I've mentioned, you can tell kuna a switch that is coming. This time ina take more than 4, 8, 10 bars. It even goes into, I think, a minute before the transition into this aggressive, energetic metal song. comes in. Now the song is menacing throughout with captivating transitions na different segments kwa the instrumentation. The musicality throughout this record ni amazing. Nilimention Dan Murira wa Parking Lot Grass kwa the closing that is your eyes, underscoring ideas self-belief, self-identity, self-worth, self-actualization in a combined vocal techniques tofauti with clearer vocals being delivered, more melodic, and you think that's the song. After umepata the message from Dan, ana switch, ana get into shrieking metal delivery, and that combination manages to deliver a stimulating ending to this album. On that ending pia, the drumming technique, oh, whoever alicheza drums on that last song, I want to know who that drummer is. The technique was absolutely wonderful, suspenseful. Unangoja kusikia where atamaliza the bar and the last kick itafall wapi. The technique was amazing. For In Your Wake, the groove in the bass and how it matches the overall texture of that song, amazing. Rise of Resistance, the drum work and the distorted riffs blend beautifully. This entire album has amazing moments instrumentally, amazing moments vocally. The songwriting kuna standout na engrossing moments, and entirely it manages to give you an experience. Nimemaliza kusikia the album, hata sikufika the end. In fact, somewhere midway nilikuwa najiambia I am buying this album immediately nimalize kusikiza. I hope I'll do that. I hope sita postpone, niseme nitaifanya baadaye juu this is a musical experience that na feel unafaa kupitia. Nilisahau kumention nikianza my disclaimer ya hii wiki ya MWE kuanzia jana ni nimekuwa nikisikia rock sporadically through maisha yangu yote. Mimi si professional wa rock music. Inaweza kuwa nimekuchocha and pengine kuna an ardent rock na metal fan ana feel nimedanganya kwa hii review. If you're watching, let me know kwa DM, usiniandike kwa comments. But nimekuwa nikipania disclaimer kuanzia jana. Nilireview Cheshire Green ya Powerslide punk rock group. The disclaimer is important ni usikuje kunihanda. Niko ardent kwa other genres but si rock na metal, but nimekuwa nikisikia rock na metal in the past few months purposefully. That's why niliamua kuweka this album za hii wiki as part of MWE. Niko na amazing albums following. So kama wewe ni fan wa Kenyan rock na metal, ama kama tunapenda kusikiza mziki now you'd want to listen to me review more albums, ama if you're following this exercise, follow me for the following days ya hii wiki. Ama if you're watching this way after zimetoka, just check out the playlist, one of the other albums that nimesikiza. Kuna Murphy's Flow, kuna PLG, kuna Rush, kuna Mortal Soul. I'm sure I am in for a ride. Anyway, asante sana kwa kuwa hapa. Thank you so much for spending time with me nikizungumzia this brilliant Kenyan rock album that I feel is a statement kwa the scene na the genre. Kama umewahi isikiza, niambie your sentiments kuihusu kwa comment section. Nitashukuru sana sana sana. Share this with fellow rock lovers, tukuje to discuss hii album. Kama hujawahi isikiza, consider kuicheck out, uniambie your thoughts on the same. Shukran sana for your time. Ngoja kuona kwa another video.